Shalom. Shalom, brothers and sisters. Giving honor and praise unto the Most High, the Creator, the Maker of heaven and earth. My name is Yeshaya Yisrael of the tribe of Dan, of the nation of Israel. We want to, brothers and sisters, get into this particular presentation and hoping and praying that everybody is well and will be better. Recently, I was inside of a hospital dealing with a medicinal matter and so forth. I want to give thanks to the Most High and feeling a lot better. On a human level, I want to give due respect to the people who took out the time and concern and reaching out and so forth and so on. Now, this is no disrespect intended to any, as I'm sure many may have had good, well intentions in their heart. But to not know why a person is per se incapacitated at a moment or not feeling one's best at the moment or under the weather at the moment, and to just sit there and say it must be this or that. Let's, as Israelites, try to do diligent inquiry before such. That's all I want to say and rebuke in that particular case. On a human level, giving due respect to my lady, Sarah Michaela of the House of Israel, much respect to you for being there beside me when I was out of it, when I had my fever, when you were standing there beside me, when you was helping me out, and so forth and so on. So I give due benevolence on a human level to my significant other in that particular case. As far as it goes, brothers and sisters, with myself, I'm still coming along. I'm not 100% better, but the prayers to the Most High are definitely welcomed. The best wishes, for the lack of a better term, are also definitely welcome in this particular case, brothers and sisters. Another thing wanting to address very briefly before we get into this. On this channel, Mordeh Yeshaya Torah Lessons, we went over the fact that the diet of the Israelites consisted of clean meat. There's clean and unclean in the Israelite culture. There is the Sabbath day and then there's the regular working days. There is a distinction between one thing and the other, say, in the Israelite culture. So while a lot of times people were saying, oh, it might have been this and it might have been that, while not asking what somebody was dealing with, without diligent inquiry, like Deuteronomy tells you, you shall diligently inquire after a matter. It must be that you don't know what a person is dealing with. And if it's not in your spirit to ask him or her, then the best thing to do is say, may the Most High be with you, and move on in that particular case. Another thing quickly to address, brothers and sisters, is this. I'm going to ask in due respect. If people can hear me and if you're in good spirits, please type in the number 4. If you can hear me and you're in good spirits, please type in the number 4. Now, I want to emphasize and state the reason why I ask for people to type in the number 4 is 2 reasons. One, if you can hear me and if you're in good spirits. I want to entertain and be entertained by the audience by asking and hoping that you're in good spirits. Now, well, I'm a moray, and therefore you must listen to me. So I'm not going to even ask how are the people who took out the time after 10 p.m. on a school or work night are doing. No, respect your audience to say something to the effect if you are well and you are in good spirits. Sometimes I understand it may be a thing of, oh, okay, well, the people tell me. I don't want the people to have to tell me if they can't hear me after I'm in the mode of getting into the ruach or the spirit of teaching for 10, 15 minutes. And then it's like, oh, I didn't hear you from when you started. That is a vexation of spirit. So I'd rather know in the beginning how it is in that particular case. So brothers and sisters, in due respect and giving honor and praise unto the Most High, this is not going to be a PowerPoint. And what we're going to read into and get into in this is Jeremiah chapter 1 from verse 1 to the end of the chapter. All right. Thank you to the people who are in the chat. The words of Jeremiah, the sons of Hilkiah, of the priests that were in Anatot in the land of Benjamin, to whom the word of Yah came in the days of Josiah, the son of Ammon, king of Judah, in the 13th year of his reign. Let's stop right there. Jeremiah began to prophesy, as it says here, in the 13th year of the reign of Josiah. Josiah began to reign when he was 8 years old. So if you take 8 and 13, correct my math if it's incorrect, that'll give you 21. So Josiah was 21 years old when Jeremiah began to prophesy. He's what you call a young man. Josiah lived to be the age of 39, and to the record, had his first child apparently at age 16 because his successor Jehoiakim was 23 when his father Josiah was assassinated. Josiah was assassinated by the Egyptian pharaoh Necho. Now, moral in a way, in that case, no disrespect intended, Josiah got into a problem that wasn't necessarily his. You understand? And he passed away and such. So there's a couple of things that we can learn in that particular case, brothers and sisters. All right? To whom the word of Yah came in the days of Josiah, the son of Ammon, king of Judah, in the 13th year of his reign. Verse 3. It came also in the days of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, king of Judah, unto the end of the 11th year of Zedekiah, the son of Josiah, king of Judah, unto the carrying away of Jerusalem captive in the 5th month. Now, when did Jerusalem go into captivity in this 5th month is recorded in 2 Kings chapter 25. Timeline, we're talking the year 587/586 BCE. Now, in 597 BCE, right before and during the beginning of the reign of Zedekiah, king of Judah, the Babylonians also, after taking Jehoiakim, the nephew of Zedekiah, into captivity into Babylon, besieged Jerusalem. You see that in the book of 2 Kings 24. All right? So, brothers and sisters, there is virtually no difference between the besieging that was done in Jerusalem and when, no disrespect intended, the IRS goes and seizes all the property from a particular person for quote-unquote back taxes. So if we can understand that kind of concept, that sadly is similar to something that happened in that case. So now you had Josiah, who was assassinated. All right? After Josiah, you had Jehoiakaz. After Jehoiakaz, you had Jehoiakim. Now, Jehoiakaz and Jehoiakim were blood brothers. After that, you had, some people say Jehoiakim was assassinated. Some people say he died of natural causes. You had his son, Jehoiachin, called Coniah, in the book of Jeremiah 22. And after he was taken captive at the age of 18, he, being brought into Babylon, as pointed out in 2 Kings 24, as we mentioned, you had Mattaniah, whose name was changed to Zedekiah, who ruled for 11 years. So this is, brothers and sisters, the time frame and the timeline that we're talking about in this particular case. Now let's go on and see what we can gather. Then the word of Yah came unto me, saying, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee. And I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. Stop right there real quick. Jeremiah from the womb was already ordained. My lady tells me ever so often, you never know, how you dealing with people, because you never know what that particular man or woman is to the Most High. Did the average person know that Jeremiah was ordained a prophet from the womb? No, because he didn't even know. So if you're just going to start coming at people just any old kind of way, not knowing who you might be talking to, that's disrespect. And that is why it is important to always respect everybody, because you never know, quote, who you're talking to, who you're talking about, and so forth and so on. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee. And I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. Verse 6. Then said I, Lord God, behold, I cannot speak, for I am a child. But Yah said unto me, say not, I am a child. For thou shalt go to all that I send thee, and whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak. What can we gather? Jeremiah, no disrespect intended, may have not seen his own potential by saying, oh, I am just a child. Don't say that I'm a child. Now, mind you, this is not saying that Jeremiah was not a child, but you did not see the spiritual, the emotional, the mental connection is not like that of a child because you were sanctified from the womb to do a particular matter. So just saying I'm a na'ar or I'm a child or I'm a male child, the Most High saying don't say that. That doesn't mean Jeremiah was not under the age of 17, under the age of 15. He still had to give respect to those who were anashim or men. But what does that tell us? Stop, in part, stagnating the children. Again, you didn't know or you may not know who you're talking to or about. You know how they say a child needs to just be at times seen and not heard. Imagine saying that to the prophet who happened to have been a child. Say that to the prophet, I don't want to sit there and see you. That's what they told Isaiah. Cast the Holy One of Israel from before us. Prophesy unto us smooth things. Speak to us delusions. Tell us what we want to hear. So when you, speaking in general, are saying, well, you're just a child, like sometimes no disrespect intended, many of our people say, let that person just be a normal child. That child may not be what you call normal. That child might be ordained by the Most High to do a particular thing. But here you are trying to stagnate, unbeknown to you, the work of Yah. You don't want to do that. That's not good. A child was intelligent enough to pass a college exam before the age of 15. Well, when are they going to have a normal childhood? The normal childhood, sadly, if you even go far back in the 1970s, in some of the black communities, like in that movie Education of Sonny Carson, was getting locked up before the age of 16. That was normal in certain cases. Now finishing school is normal in certain cases. Becoming a parent before you become a married person is normal in certain cases. So when you start talking about just let them have a normal childhood, when the Most High perhaps ordained this person for a different mission, you don't want to stand in that progress. You don't want to stand in that person's light. You want to encourage that person's light once you see him or her doing something that's not even wicked. You're supposed to encourage it, not be hateful like some elders are of youth. Jealous like some elders are of youth. Who do they think they are? Don't they know they're supposed to stay in the child's place? Again, if you watch that movie Education of Sonny Carson, that was some of the children's places there up in the cell. I remember being in high school, and I give respect to the sisters who pulled it through. There was a daycare center inside the school. Sisters coming up inside of cars from their baby dads, dropping the child off, sometimes then cutting school to go do what they want. That's normal to some. So you don't want to sit there and just say, just be normal. You want to upgrade your children. Stop hating on your sons and daughters. Let's go on. Verse 8. Be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee, saith the Most High. Then Yah put forth his hand and touched my mouth. And Yah said unto me, behold, I have put my words in your mouth. Now, where do we read in the Tanakh, in the Bible, in the Old Testament, where it says, I will put my words in the mouth of the prophet? Deuteronomy chapter 18. It says, a prophet will the Lord thy God raise up unto thee, and I, the Most High, will put my words in his mouth. So when we read in Jeremiah 1 verse 9, and it says, I put my words in your mouth, this is not just your mission, Jeremiah. This is something that I, the Most High, am telling you to do. Let's go on. See, I have set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms to root out and to pull down and to destroy and to throw down, to build and to plant. What can we gather? The Most High is not just coming with what some may just call sadness. Yes, root out. Yes, pull down. Yes, destroy. Yes, throw down. But also to build and plant. When you come in saying you're doing and dealing with something of the Most High, and there's no building and planting in it, maybe that's just your particular mission. But we know the way of the Most High. When it gets into the matter of rooting out and pulling down and destroying and throwing down, the Most High is going to what? Build and plant. And that is the ruach of Yah that we want to grasp on hold to. Let's go. Moreover, the word of Yah came unto me, saying, Jeremiah, what seest thou? And I said, I see a rod of an almond tree. Then said Yah unto me, thou hast well seen, for I will hasten my word to perform it. And the word of Yah came unto me the second time, saying, what seest thou? And I said, I see a seething pot, and the face thereof is toward the north. So don't tell me they didn't know directions. Let's go on. Then said Yah unto me, out of the north an evil shall break forth upon all the inhabitants of the land. For lo, I will call all the families of the kingdoms of the north, saith Yah, and they shall come, and they shall set every one his throne at the entering of the gates of Jerusalem, and against all the walls thereof round about, and against all the cities of Judah. And I will utter my judgments against them, touching all their wickedness, who have forsaken me, and have burned incense unto other gods, and worshipped the work of their own hands. Thou therefore gird up thy loins and arise. Let's stop right there, please. Gird up thy loins and arise. Stop staying stagnant. I'm just wallowing. Day to day. That's not the ways of Israel. What does it say? It says the sluggard turns on his back like the door on its hinges. That's not the way we're supposed to be, Israel. We're supposed to be productive. Whatever portion the Most High is giving you, be active in it. That shows the Most High that you appreciate a gift he's giving you. Gird up thy loins and arise and speak unto them all that I command thee. Be not dismayed at their faces, lest I confound thee before them. So they're going to give you the mug face. They're going to give you the mad dog face. They're going to give you the mean face. They're going to give you the screw face. They're going to give you the rolling eyes. They're going to give you these things, but don't even worry about it. Because as it says there, don't be confounded or dismayed at them, lest the Most High confound you. You got to be strong and of good courage. Because you're doing something that's of the mission of the Most High. So when my teachers would speak upon stealing, and it hit me as a child, is because I was a thief. When they talked about murder, it didn't hit me because I was not then nor now am a murderer. So only a hit dog barks, as the saying goes. So let's go on, brothers and sisters. For behold, I have made thee this day a defense city, and an iron pillar, and brazen walls against the whole land, against the kings of Judah, against the princes thereof, against the priests thereof, and against the people of the land. And they shall fight against thee, but they shall not prevail against thee, for I am with thee, saith Yah, to deliver thee. Let's remember this last part in this verse here. And it says, and they shall fight against thee, but they shall not prevail against thee. For I am with thee, saith Yah, to deliver thee. So when the Most High is on your side, and he's going to be there for you, he lets you know he's there for you, take that as confidence. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. So brothers and sisters, we're not going to be long upon this. Giving honor and praise unto the Most High, creator, maker of heaven and earth. Thank you all for watching. You could be doing anything else. We hope and pray that you all are well and will be better. Subscribe to the channel, comment, like, and share. Thank you for that. On a human level, thank you, Sarah Michaela, Laban, Ben Yeshurin, Matzitzia, Mora Batsheba, Yirmiyahu Yisrael, and anybody else who listens to this. Subscribe to the channel, comment, like, and share. And I can be reached at the number 908-587-4841. Again, 908-587-4841. And like of what we're talking about, and been given a gift from the Most High, if that gift happens to be a person, you still cherish it.